And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fishing pond. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to come in, and then we'll get started. If I have an audio issue, let me know in the chat, and I will back out, and that will fix the problem. I have an old laptop, so sometimes that happens. Okay, this is just going to be a hangout for the community, chatters. Until Catfish Weekly comes on, we'll be shutting the stream down on this end at 10 minutes to 7. Lance McCouguy, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I did see that, Lance. I was just over there. Chris Everett, hello. We're going to stay on until 10 minutes to 7. We'll shut it down and give everybody an opportunity to get over and watch Mr. Lyle Stokes. He has Mr. Bob Brent on tonight. Bobcat Outdoors. That ought to be an interesting show. I'm going to wait to get a few more people in, and I'm going to make a couple of announcements. And we're just going to kind of play it by ear tonight. We're going to kind of have a Q&A. If everybody wants to ask me a question or talk about something in particular, please put it in the chat and we'll talk about it. I'm going to periodically drop the link. Somebody wants to come up, talk a few minutes, no pressure. If you want to come up, stay behind your icon, that'll be fine too. If I know you, I'll let you come up. If I'm not familiar with you, we'll talk about you coming up. Alvin Lewis, I got your comment this morning. I appreciate that. That was a very nice comment. I'll give a few more minutes and let everybody kind of gather in. I'll make a couple of announcements, and then I will probably make those announcements again if the chat grows. Has anybody been fishing? Lance, I know you have. I did not get a chance to watch your live. Did you catch any fish? I'm going to have to go rewatch that on replay. I have not been fishing. Being under the weather and some circumstances has gotten away, but I'm going to get to fish sometime if I have to drive the wheelchair down the freeway to get there. Hello, Fins. Okay, just let me know when you get there. We're going to stay on to 6:50, and then we'll go do something. Let everybody get over to Catfish Weekly and check that out. I hope you have some luck at the lake. That'd be a good deal. Are you going crappie fishing or are you going catfishing today? Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of announcements real quick. Like I said, I'll probably make these announcements again if the chat grows. And some of my other subscribers come in, I will remake the announcements. There will not be a live stream of game day on Tuesday and most likely on Thursday. I have a procedure at 6 a.m. in the morning to remove these kidney stones. I don't know how I feel. I know I won't be feeling good enough to do a stream tomorrow, but if Thursday I can do one, I will put it on the Facebook group that I'm going to do one. And there'll be an advanced notification on the Facebook group. Carp fishing. Sounds good. I like to carp fish as well. I used to make some dough bait out of cottonseed meal, hamburger buns. And that's all it was in it. And we made some on out of rabbit pellets and peanut butter. Johnny Small Pepper. Hello, Johnny. How are you? Okay, the second announcement I want to make is that if y'all are not part of my Facebook group page at Real and Virtual Outdoors, whoever watches this video later, please go join the group. I put the group together for people to go in and post their pictures or their notifications about going live. The group is a community group. That's what it's there for. I do monitor it. Of course, I want to keep it clean and for everybody. But if you want to post your fishing pictures or your links, if you're going to go live and have another place for maybe it to get out on the web, I also do I have some people that I know that game. If you want to post your gaming stuff, then by all means, go ahead. Hello, Creo. It's nice to have you in. Okay, so I'm going to make one more announcement, and then we're going to drop the link and see if anybody wants to come up, and I'll probably make those announcements again later. I have a new video that I dropped yesterday. It is a new series that I'm doing. It is an upgrade to my video game playing Quiet Man Curtis. I'm trying to make better quality gaming videos. I've only been at this 5 months. So that is entitled Realistic Gaming Series Episode 1 Lake Boulder. And it's going to be chasing smallmouth bass. I want everybody to go look at that. If you got some time, it's just 21 minutes long. And give me some feedback. I'm going to have a whole series on realistic gaming. I just put together today a new opening for the Hunter Call of the Wild for the Hirschfelden map. I'm excited for everybody to see it when I get a hunt on that map done, which will probably happen next week. It's some of my best work on that opening thus far. So I'm going to drop this link. If anybody wants to come up and talk a minute about their channel or just shoot the breeze, come on. I'm going to take me a second to get you up here. Once you get in the basement, I've got a slow laptop, but it will get the job done. Mike's Fishing Home. Yes, sir. Get them dishes done. Mike, I'm going to probably not be able to watch Monday's Focus tonight. I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning to get to the hospital to get my procedure for my kidney stones done. But I'll try to watch it tomorrow after I come home. But I look forward to Mike's shows. There's always some good stuff there. Did that link drop? Yes, it did. Okay. The link is in chat. Somebody wants to come up. Other than that, we're just going to sit here and talk. Enjoyed Mark's tournament for the panfish tournament. And if you don't know, I'll make the announcement for Mark here because there's quite a few regulars in here. Mark is under the weather, and he will not be going live tonight at 8 o'clock. He posted that earlier, so I'm just passing on some information. So let's all wish Mark to get well soon and to get back in the swing of things. I appreciate it, Mike. They're just going to, I don't know what they call it. They're just going to break those up with some sort of laser, and that'll be the end of my hope. And they'll have to put me under for it, but it won't be the first time. Carmel Muncie. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming in. Got a nice little crowd tonight. So I haven't done much as far as getting out and doing any fishing or anything, but I spent most of my time today working on YouTube stuff. You know, it takes a while to edit videos. I appreciate it, Chris. I'm glad to be getting it done and to try to get it over with. It's not the first time I've had a procedure. This is a very minor thing. Gigability. Welcome in, sir. It's a very minor procedure. So, other than having some little discomfort after it's over with, that is also minor compared to the surgeries and things that I've had in the past, we're going to be in good shape. And I'm hoping that I feel good enough to do a live stream on Thursday. And if I am, we're going to play games. Hello, there's Mr. Chad the Polar Bear. How you doing, Ricky? I'm going to drop this link periodically. Anybody wants to come up, y'all come on up, talk a minute. I have spent most of the day working on that intro for my new gaming series. Correct. Creo says editing your own footage is definitely teaches you a trick or two in making filming easier. Well, the thing about doing gaming videos are I have to edit all that in game. So, well, not edit in game. I had to do all the picture taking and all the filming of the hunt or the scenery myself. So it took me about 2 hours to get some of the shots that I wanted to get just for that map. And I did that day before yesterday, and then today I edited it all. The good news is that map is done. The bad news is there's 7 more maps that I got to do that I want to do for openings. I'm trying to make better videos. So in-game photography and filming is probably just as difficult as trying to film on the boat. You got to have the right lighting and be recording at the time that things happen. I got fortunate and got some really good shots the other day. So I will make an announcement on that when I drop it. I hope everybody will enjoy it. I know everybody's not into gaming, but I'm doing what I can do. We have a guest in the basement. I'm doing what I can do, and I hope everybody will enjoy what I'm trying to do. And
oh, let me fix this. What's going on, Troy? Oh,
how you doing? We got
trying
you
to fix this camera so you can see me. I want to thank you for doing the thumbnail.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go. That's better.
Absolutely. That's not a problem at all. And I'm going to make you some more so you'll have some to alternate. I just didn't have time. I had that time to do it. I've been trying to edit it for filming stuff.
Oh, you're good. I'll get you some more pictures.
Yeah.
We spent all day fishing Friday and Saturday out there.
Yeah. Did you ever catch a catfish? I was in there quite a while.
No, Friday night we hooked a nice sized catfish and it broke the line. And then we had some hits around like 11 o'clock Friday night or Saturday night, but they just didn't take it.
Creo, you're going to have to let Miss Laura get a look at my channel. There's some stuff on there she might be interested in. Well, I seen you. You know why you said the other day that they hadn't put any fish in there since the 90s?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you ever catch any small ones?
What, small channels?
Yeah.
No, we've never caught anything under 5 pounds.
Now there's a disagreement probably about this coming, but I was under the impression that channel cat would not reproduce in a farm pond.
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Now, I have 3 farm ponds on the family's property, and I need to go down there and fish on them. What I should be doing. I get to feeling better. But my understanding is they didn't reproduce, and only certain conditions would make them reproduce. They used to put old time milk jugs, those big metal milk jugs in there, and they said they would reproduce in there. But I thought that may be why you're catching all the same size.
Oh, it could be. I mean, I think my sister's caught one close to 15 pounds out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's some small bullheads out there.
Well, the bullheads will reproduce.
Yeah.
I had a pond one time that was overrun with them things. Oh well, we call them. I'm sure it's the same fish. I don't know. Maybe Creole can answer that. Creole is a polywad, the same as a bullhead.
Probably.
But we had them things. We had that one pond that was overrun with them. I mean, I trapped 1,000 out one time, 3 inches long.
Yeah, we call them yellow bellies here.
Yeah, I think
they have like a mud belly.
Yeah, I think we called them mudcat or polywads or.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying yes. So now those things will reproduce, and they'll take over a pond in a hurry. I think they're black when they hatch.
Well, there's a couple different colors. There's like brown, yellow, and black that I know of, and speckled.
Yeah. Well, I know that one pond I had. We had channel cat in there, but you couldn't even catch a channel cat out of there for the bullheads getting it.
Well, we try to, anytime we catch a bullhead, we try to use it for bait because the farmer wants them out of there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they will take over everything. Lance says he got a 3-pound cat and a sucker.
Nice.
On his last trip. Yeah. So, what you been up to?
I had a doctor's appointment today. They want to do some. They want to burn some more nerve endings in my back to see if that helps me, like sitting and stuff like that.
Well, we kind of two peas in the pod. You can't sit and I can't stand, so we both got problems.
Right. Well, even standing, I have problems with my back, but I mean, right now, sitting for a long period of time is the worst.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I got to go in the morning and get that procedure done. I got to be there at 6 a.m.
Man, I hope it clears up those kidney stones for you, man.
Well, he said that if you can see them on an X-ray, that you can hit them with this vibration thing, or it's a laser. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's supposed to break them up. And so I got to go do the procedure, and then I got to go get X-rays, and if it's all clear, then we're probably good.
Well, that's great. I hope it works well, because I've had kidney stones in the past, and they suck.
The problem I have, it's always been a problem. The problem I have is my veins are extremely hidden, and it's hard to get a needle on me. They have to take a special machine to find a vein under my arm.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them.
Yeah, so it's a problem. So they won't even be able to get a needle in me till 7 because the VAT team will have to do it, and they'll want to try, but it never works out.
Yeah, all it does is give you a bruise.
Yeah, I think the last time I went to the emergency room, because they didn't have a VAT available, I think they stuck me like 10 times before they finally got the blood. But
yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, so anyway, but I've had many surgeries before. This ain't nothing to be concerned about. It's just to get it in there and get it over with type thing.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of small procedures done, like injections and like nerve endings being burnt and stuff like that, but nothing major on my back. The last major surgery I had was on my left shoulder. I had bone spurs and a partial torn muscle and that won't happen again unless my arm's not completely working. How am I'm okay.
Yeah.
Unless my
Yeah.
arm's completely like not working, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, I used to be able to walk. Uh, and of course, I had to wear crutches and braces. And I had 17 surgeries time I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we got to the 12 and 13-year mark of my life, I was going to have another surgery in order to continue to walk. And of course, my mom, being a mother, she wanted me to continue to be able to walk, and she wanted me to have the surgery, And of course, my dad, he was a little bit more laid back, and he pulled me to the side and said, "What do you want?" Uh, I said, "I don't want to have any more surgeries." Of course, I'm 13 years old, and of course I'm going to say that. But I said, "It's every 18 months we going through this," and
Yeah, through all your growth spurts.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Well, I'm just done." He's like, "Well, you're gonna have to go in a wheelchair." I said, "Yeah," but I said, "Dad, I spend time in a wheelchair as it is now." Uh, and I said, "I get around just fine." Uh, I said, "My issue though is mama," you know. And he said, "Well, I'll take care of your mom. When you go to the doctor tomorrow, you tell him you don't have no more surgeries." I was scared to death. I was scared to death that mama was going to throw a fit, is what I was scared to death
Yeah,
about.
I
I
bet.
went in there and I did what he said. I told the doctor I didn't want to do it anymore. And she didn't say a word. And I was shocked that she didn't say anything. And we got up from there, and we went across the street, and there was a electric wheelchair place. And we ordered a wheelchair. And when it come in, I took the braces off for the last time, and that was the end of it. And that's the best thing I ever done. I stayed falling down and stuff, and uh, that was the best decision that we ever made.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Well,
able to do all the things I do today if I was still trying to walk on crutches and braces.
I mean, I've never really been tied to the wheelchair part of it, but they told me every growth spurt I would have to have a surgery, this and that, and I only did it once. Well, two surgeries when I was younger. One was cosmetic, and one was, you know, actual. It actually helped me. They cut and stretched my Achilles tendon on my right leg, so I could walk flat-footed,
Yeah,
and I wouldn't have to wear. Well, I still had to wear a brace for probably a year and a half, or something like that. But I stayed active enough with my friends that I never had to go through that surgery again, where they had to manually stretch that out. So, I mean, now I'm having some issues with it, and they told me the older I get, expect some issues. But,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Well,
I've been pretty privileged, I think, when it comes to a lot of that stuff. And then as far as the cosmetic surgery, I had that on my right arm, so my arm wouldn't hang up to my chest the whole time.
I definitely have been fortunate, and sometimes I say that and in front of people that don't know me, and they look at me like I got two heads. But
No,
I'm
there's
I'm
all kinds of
fortunate.
fortunate things.
That's right. That's right. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome in. Uh, but I've been fortunate to be able to do and to get out and do the things that I wanted to do, and I think sometimes people they don't understand that they take it for granted that what they uh, have, and they should be, you know, when somebody says that to them, they look at me like I said, like I fell off a tree out of a tree and hit my head on a rock or something. But I've got to do a lot of fishing, and, and hunting in my 50 years of living. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I've killed
Now
quite a
see,
few deer.
I don't hunt anymore. I used to.
I don't either.
I
I
just
can't take
the
the cold.
walking through the woods and on the terrain and stuff. I just don't. It's not that I probably couldn't do it. I just don't feel comfortable doing it because of my balance and stuff.
Well, I can't take the cold, and you know, I got a place to hunt. I go hunt anytime I want to, but you know, because my brother and his wife got land, and uh, but the nephews hunted, uh, and I'm sure that their kids, they have kids now, they're gonna be hunting it.
Yeah.
It's too cold for me to sit out there in that deer stand. It's not that important to me anymore. I've killed my deer, so
No, I'm
uh,
just fortunate enough. I still get to go fishing when I want.
yeah, yeah. Well, unfortunately, with these issues that I've had, that's kept me off the water. But my wife and I, we're going on a trip, and then when I get back, we're gonna go. We're gonna go fish finally. Uh,
Hmm. You know, we'll be there watching you.
yeah. Hopefully, uh, eventually, I'll be able to do it live from there. I got good signal. Uh, I just don't know how crowded it's gonna be on the weekend, but it costs about $15 to get on that dock, so that probably keeps a lot of people off of it.
What? You got to pay to
Yeah,
fish?
and I
Oh,
have to pay to get in the park.
yeah.
Uh, but I'm on. They got a yearly deal for $75. I'll probably buy that while I get in, have access to it anytime. But yeah, everything down here. When I fished over here at the crappie house, it's $10 to fish.
Now, see, I'm not used to that stuff. Here in Ohio, like
Right?
all the public water, all the ramps are free, you know.
Ain't nothing
So,
free.
well, I get it. And like, I've never heard of people leasing land until I seen people hunting in Texas.
Oh, that's big. It's $3,000. Well, it was $3,000 a gun. It may be four in this economy.
Right, but
Uh,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
I'd never heard of it. And I was like,
yeah, that's
what do you
big.
mean leasing property to hunt? I was like, you just don't get permission from the landowner and just go?
Now, not here. El Gato. Hello, my friend.
What's going on, Chris?
That wind yesterday on Louisville was bad, wasn't it? Ooh, or Saturday. Which day was that?
Yeah, hopefully he gets his boat's problems figured out.
Was he had a boat issue?
Yeah, he said that you had a problem with the bearing on that prop.
Hmm. That boat's costly.
Well, you know what the best boat is, right? Your friend's boat.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get in touch with Chris sometime. I get over this kidney stone issue and try to go meet him somewhere. I want to
Yeah.
thank you.
Hey, get a hold of Killer B also. He said he wants to meet a bunch of people.
Okay, I'll do it. He subscribed to
And
me yesterday.
I know you guys have something in common.
What's that?
He's law enforcement.
Is he really?
As far as I understood. Chris could tell you more about that.
Yeah. Now, I spent 20 years doing it.
Hey, I can't say that I get along with all of them, but I know they got a tough job.
I had a nice, cozy office. I didn't have to do much besides give orders, but
Well,
uh,
you know, some people wear their belt a little too high sometimes.
well, yeah. That listen, there's a lot of folks out there that are in jobs that they shouldn't be in, and law
Yeah.
enforcement is no exception to the rule. Uh, the job is not tailored for every person to be doing the job. Uh, it takes a special type of person to do it. So, what do you use for bait out there at that place?
We were using bluegill out there, and we were using chicken thighs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And most of the bites were coming on the chicken.
He says Fort Worth. He says Bill is a police officer in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't work in a big city. I had a very small town, small time job. Those big places like that is a whole different animal. I should be able to catch some crappies on this dock. This is a very nice. Did you see the pictures of that dock?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
I'll send you some on email. I've got a couple of photographs. It's a firing range. He's a firing range supervisor. I like to go to the firing range. I got a video of me going here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched
Yeah,
you going to the fire range.
We're going to do some more of that type of stuff. I'm going to do a review on that gun. I just bought that gun not too long ago. I'm going to do a review on it.
I only have 3 guns now. I got rid of, after I lost my job, I got rid of most of them for obvious reasons. You know, money got tight. I didn't need all of them, so I was like, yeah.
I got something I need to part ways with. I'm 50 years old. You know, my hands have got, well, they're not as strong as they used to be, and I've got several that I wouldn't even really want to fire now.
Yeah, you got some hand cannons, huh?
Well, I got some kickers, is what I've got.
Oh.
I got some snub nose 38s. It's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, I've shot
That didn't
some.
bother me too much, 20 years ago. And in fact, I still have my duty weapon that I bought. Well, my chief bought and gave to me when I left or retired. But they're pretty brutal. And I got a little 9mm, and it's a subcompact. I took it out to the range. I think I shot it one time, and I said, "Yeah, that's enough of that." So my hand's not quite as strong as they used to be. That gun I was running the other day is an Ruger SR-22 long rifle, and that's usually the gun I carry every day now for recoil reasons.
Yeah.
Some will say it's a little light. It probably is, but it's better than running over their toe, I guess.
Yeah. I have a Ruger revolver, or 22 long rifle.
Yeah.
And it's a nice gun. Stainless steel, rubber grips. And then I have a Ruger 1022 long rifle with a scope on it. And then I've got a Smith & Wesson MP15, AR-15.
With the price of ammo today, it's costly to shoot.
Well, trust me, that thing doesn't get shot very often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It actually, I don't mind to shoot it. Anybody can shoot it. I don't, but I had someone custom paint it for me.
Yeah.
With my nickname on it, and it has like a snow urban camo on it. So, it's a little special to me, I guess. That's another reason why I never got rid of that gun.
Well,
they had to get me pretty drunk to agree for them to paint it. I was like, You wanted me to take $1,000 gun and let you take spray paint to it? You're crazy.
Yeah. Well, this last gun here I bought, probably gonna be my end of life weapon. I bought that gun for many reasons, but the main reason I bought it is an ammo eater. That most of these semi-automatic 22s are kind of flaky about what they'll shoot.
Oh yeah, they're very.
Yeah.
My sister has a Walther P22.
Yep.
And it's got to use a high velocity bullets, or it'll jam up on you in a heartbeat.
That's right. You have to use mini mags or CCIs in it.
Yep.
This one I've got will shoot anything from bulk ammo to high velocity. ammo in the 22 caliber. In fact, when I took that gun to the range, it never been shot. I cleaned it and took it, and I fired 150 rounds to it, and I not one time had a malfunction, and that was cheap bulk ammo that I had stored in a sealed airtight bag. I never had a malfunction, so that tells you how good, reliable the gun is.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
there's a lot of
even 9mm. I've noticed like they don't like they can be really ammo sensitive.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of guns on the market today that's $200 semi-automatic 22s. I would suggest anybody buy those. They have
Go
a
get
lot
you
of
a high
problems.
point if you're gonna worry about that, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of problems with those.
Oh, I know they do. I know they do. And their
With
handles are
those.
huge.
So, what's your plans for the upcoming weekend? You got any yet?
Yeah, I've got a bowling tournament
We
with
have a
some of my
guest,
friends.
I
So.
think.
Well, Chris, that's a good thing that you put them up because I could only imagine your tornado getting a hold of any of them.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully when he's a little bit older, you can teach him some fire safety etiquette and stuff like that.
We have another guest coming up.
Oh
I
boy.
think this first time I've had two guests. I feel privileged.
What's going on, Jeremy? Oh,
Oh, did I kick him out? It's slow
uh-oh.
computer. I think yeah.
We're
Come
gonna
on back
call
in.
you the best moderator ever here in a minute.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
this computer's slow, is what it is. I think I
no.
kicked him out. There you go. Let me try that
No,
again.
but yeah, I've got a bowling
I
tournament with
clicked
my
and
buddy.
it takes. Yeah.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Oh, we got it.
How's
What's
it
up,
going,
fella?
Jeremy?
Oh, it's going. Waiting on the rain to show up.
It's raining here right now.
Yeah,
So.
it's in between hard rains. But no, y'all were talking about guns and Rugers and stuff like that, and I'm a big time Ruger fan. I love Ruger stuff, so it kind of got me interested.
Yeah, I enjoy the Rugers that I bought for sure. Like, I mean, you can't go wrong with the 22. Period. You know, it's basically you can all around gun unless you're going real long range or whatever after animals.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think I have kind of what I call a matching set. I've got the Ruger SR9, I've got the Ruger SR45, and I've got the M77 bolt action rifle in 308.
Nice.
Yeah, I've bought those
Well, I got to tell you,
over the years.
that Ruger SR22 I got, it is a runner. I'm gonna tell you. It must be that SR line because I mean it eats that ammo up like a hog on a cornfield.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that I know that SR45, it's a beast. It is. I bought it the first year they came out, and as long as you don't put steel cased ammo in it, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a brass case load you put, you're fine. That steel casing, them Rugers don't like those.
Hello, Miss Jody. Welcome in. Glad you come by. Yeah, I don't think that steel casing ammo works in a lot of guns. I've seen it
It's
swell
even
and get
junk
stuck in
for
the chamber.
even my AR-15 doesn't like steel casing.
Yeah, it's. But I've shot about every brand name of bullet you can think of. It doesn't matter.
and it's dirty too. When you shoot that stuff through a gun, you go clean it, it's just filthy.
Yep.
I took a girl to the shooting range one time. She'd never shot a gun before, and her dad said, "If you're going to the shooting range, you're going to take my gun with you." And she brought down a Ruger 44 Magnum revolver.
A black.
I opened
probably.
that case up. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "This will be the last thing you shoot today."
Mm-hmm.
But she did, just to, tell her dad that she shot it.
Yeah.
I had a chance to shoot a JP Sauer 44 Magnum one time. And after I seen a couple of the other guys shoot it, I'm like, there ain't no way I'm even going to try that.
Yeah.
That gun was the kickingest thing I had ever saw.
Now, have any of y'all ever shot one of the 50s, one like a 500 Magnum?
No.
Oh,
no. The first time I ever went to a gun range, I had a chance to shoot a Smith & Wesson 460.
Mm.
And I seen the kick on. I was like, no way. So they put the 45 long rifle shell casings in it and let me shoot it. And it still kicked like a mule.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, when they first introduced them years ago, he bought one of the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnums revolvers, and I've shot it a few times, and look, it feels like it shakes every bone in your body whenever you shoot it. That thing's a cannon. It's a beast.
Yep. I understand why the people in Alaska carry them on their hip, though.
Yeah. Oh, it'll stop anything short of a freight train. I promise you.
Yep.
Yeah. The only gun that I have ever, let's say, shot once and refused to shoot again, that same friend of mine, he's got, I don't know what kind it is or brand it is, I couldn't tell you, but it shoots the 50 BMG round, but it's a bolt action rifle. It's not a semi-automatic. You feel every bit of that BMG round. I shot it one time. I said, nope, never again. It's that hurt. It hurt bad.
I think the biggest rifle I've ever shot is a 300.
That's big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like a fool, I shot that rifle laying down, and it just nope.
Have you ever watched the video of people shooting the T-Rex guns?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where it just flies out of their hand. I'd be scared to death.
Nope, I'm good. I like my collarbone. I'm good.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've been stupid enough to lean up against a tree and shoot a shotgun.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
It didn't feel too good, but you can survive that.
No. So in other words, don't mess with Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to keep that in mind.
I haven't carried in a long time. After I quit working second shift, I quit carrying. But when I was working second shift, after I'd get off work, we'd go downtown, like around my city, and walk downtown and stuff. And I just wanted a little bit extra protection.
Well, Jeremy, I got to tell you, there's been a couple of guys with some makeup on and some dresses on that figured that out too late not to mess Jody.
Fortunately, I was not one of them.
No, I can't. Backwoods Mindset's going to do.
What's that?
Backwoods Mindset Challenge, Jody. I wonder what he's going to end up having to do.
When did he do that?
Backwoods Mindset? You don't know?
No. What did he do?
He called out Jody.
Yeah, but you see that's a bad idea on a lot of different levels because you know how you don't want to be the team that plays the team that just had a loss because now they're mad and they're really gonna go after the next person.
Yeah.
No, you mm-mm.
That's not gonna
now is not a time.
The Tennessee River's picking up too right now, so I'd be afraid. I would be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Poor Jody.
Poor Jody. Yeah, poor backwoods mindset.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening. You know, those fish are going to wake up, start moving around a little bit more.
If they're going after flatheads, he's definitely in trouble. If he's going after channel cats, she's in trouble because he doesn't live too far away from Sandusky Bay. So, and we all know what kind of fishery that is. It's channel cat heaven.
Yeah, and see, I've caught, I think, I mean, not counting a farm pond, but I think I've caught maybe 3 or 4 channel cats in my life in that river.
Yeah,
we don't have enough of them and the ones we have are, you know, that big. They don't get big.
Yeah, they're bait size.
Yeah, there's too many big blues and yellow cat to have big channels. That's just how it is.
Yeah. I see, and I'm surprised in Lake Erie that bay holds that much channel cats because I've been out in other places on that lake and I've only seen one catfish caught, out in the middle of the lake and stuff. And I'm like, you think there would be a lot more out here as big as that area that, you know, that bay holds. Yeah. But no, a lot of walleye. That's about walleye, perch, an occasional smallmouth, and, you know.
Yeah, she said she's moving to the dam after the big blues. It's you got to get used to fishing right below a dam. It's a little bit of a different animal, you know, a couple of precautions you got to take, but you get used to it. It's fine. But that's this time of year you're going to find fish there because they're moving upstream, and well, you can't get more upstream than a dam. So.
Jody's figuring it out.
Oh yeah.
Other than those flatheads, she's getting there.
Well, the thing is, especially in her area, they don't have current all the time, except at the dam. So my natural instinct would be, we'll find some current somewhere.
Oh. Oh, I know who this is.
Jeremy, when you gonna go fishing again?
If I got off this weekend, I'll go fishing.
It looks like Brent's out there with his dog.
I'm trying to block the wind noise here, guys. Hang on just a second. Y'all getting a lot of wind noise off of me?
No.
I don't really hear anything.
No.
No,
we're good.
How y'all today?
Great.
We here, brother.
Hey.
Looks like you're sitting in a better spot than we are.
Hey, I was trying to get off work a little earlier, and but you know how that goes.
Oh, don't I know? If y'all quit sending all that rain and snow melt and trash down that river, I'd be happier too. Man.
Yeah, it rained all day here yesterday. I don't know. We got 3 or 4 inches anyways. I'm not sure exactly how much we got, but we got enough for a little while. We were needing it.
That's very true, Lance.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm working something I don't have to do anymore. I'm happy about that.
Well, I just got a few carp rods out. I'm trying to catch a few carp for some bait, and I think I'm getting a little bite over here. I got one went flat. Let me check on it. That's fucking my way.
Dude, his dog kills me. Always in the way.
I've got one that does the same thing.
Oh, I bet.
No.
I don't know what my sister's got Great Danes. I don't know what they'd do if I was out fishing.
Yeah, he ain't on there. Something.
You ever use carp, Jeremy?
We use Asian carp certain times of the year. I find it works really, really good in the dead of winter and the dead of summer. Nothing in between. It's not a spring bait. It's not a fall bait. Can't figure it out, but that's those times of the year we'll use it.
You mainly use slicker though, don't you? Year round?
Oh yeah, that's by far my number one bait. Everything else is a distant second. You know, for our area, that's what works for us. The only way I can use
that's the carp that jump up out of the water.
Huh?
The Asian carp?
Don't they jump? Is that the one? That jump up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also known as silver carp or something like that.
Yeah. So there's the silvers and the big heads, but yeah. In fact, that's I had during a live stream when I was fishing with Sean T. I had one jump in my boat, break my ram mount for my sonar, and break my ignition key off on my boat. Oh yeah, I was not happy.
That's bad. That is bad luck right there.
Yeah. Well, he jumped in the boat, hit the wall, and then got between me and the center console of my boat and just commenced to beating everything to death. It was wild. You can't.
Hopefully you got him free bait. Hopefully you used them for bait after that.
I was too mad. we killed him and threw him on the boat.
Hey Jeremy, I read some signs down below the dam at Lake Texoma. They tell you don't even catch bait out of there, you know, and take anywhere else. I guess they think the big heads are up that far, up the Red River.
Yeah, I imagine that.
For the most part, we don't have them here in Oklahoma for the most part, but they're probably coming one way or the other.
Yeah, and you see here, it's illegal. If you catch one, you cannot put it back in the water alive. You got to kill it, which is usually not much of a problem, but that is the law.
Well, you know, people don't agree with or don't understand why they make laws like that either. And they're like, oh, these people don't know what they're talking about. Well, they don't know what it's doing to the ecosystem either.
Yeah. See what's happening there? They're out competing all the other plankton eating bait for food. They're out competing the shad. They're out competing the mullet, and it's slowly destroying the bait fish population.
Yeah,
and therefore that's gonna hurt the rest of the fish population.
But there's an accident.
Well, look at the wild hogs. The wild hogs was never supposed to be around here, and they put them wild hogs out, and look at it now. It's a mess.
Yeah. Well, it looks same here. Well, you know, anywhere that they're not hunted constantly, we got big herds of wild hogs. Same thing.
Well, they hunt them constantly here in Texas, and they still got big herds.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Jeremy's turn.
My hand's cramping up from holding this camera or the phone up as the camera because I don't have my tripod. It's in the truck. I'm gonna jump off here and go back into chat. But Troy, thanks for letting me come up.
Later, brother.
See you guys. See you, Brent.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just fishing for the old common carp today. They work pretty good. They work pretty good here for bait. Some days seems like shad, is better, and some days actually seems like carp works better. But I never have much success on bluegill, but I really don't know why that is. Everybody else, sometimes in the heart of the summer, we can catch a few on bluegill. But
Yeah. I don't know. I found over the years, I bet I've used about anything we could possibly get a hold of for bait, over the years, live cut, whatever. And yeah, there are some days we did good on something else. I mean, you name it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But after a long enough time, you start learning what will catch you fish consistently, day in, day out, what you can really depend on to catch you fish. And the only thing that'll do that for you is just time. Just after a couple of 100 fishing trips, literally, you really get that stuff figured out on what you need to do. Now, you can shorten the chain up a little bit if you've got other people fishing your exact area. You can kind of get together and exchange notes and get it figured out. I didn't have that luxury. I was the only one doing it, so I had to learn everything on my own.
Welcome in, CVA. Well, I think fish don't want to eat the same thing all the time anyway.
yeah, that's kind of the way I feel, Troy. I think they're like us. They don't want to eat the same thing all the time.
Yeah. I really believe is what have the fish been feeding on maybe the past few days? Maybe they've just got in a little pattern to where they're feeding on this certain thing for the past week or so, and that's just what they are feeding on. And then maybe a couple of weeks, pattern might change. They might feed on something else. Well, then that's what they're feeding on. So therefore, if you use that, more likely to catch them.
Well,
Yeah, I guess
availability has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And of course, around here, shad, the big gizzard shad's probably the number one bait around here.
Yep.
Day in, day out. But boy, and I know I have, and I know some other guys. We've really struggled to catch them this winter. Shad here in Oklahoma. I don't know what the deal was, but it's been a struggle to catch any of any decent size, or catfish bait.
Yeah. Yep. And I know for me, it makes a huge difference when you go from a 6-8 inch shad to a 12-inch and above shad. It's a totally different fish. They bleed 10 times more, 10 times more oily. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the big one's got a lot more blood and oil.
Oh yeah. Yep. So I can't catch fish on smaller shad. Let's say 8 inches for sure and less. I don't know. I can't catch fish on them. But when I get to the really, really big ones, then I can start counting on it to catch a few fish. At least I feel a little better about it.
And y'all have the y'all do have the skipjack there where you're at, don't you, Jeremy?
Yeah. That's what y'all always hear me talking about, slicker. That's what that is. That's a skipjack.
Skipjack.
Yeah. Now we don't have them. We don't have them as big as, let's say, what Jody does, like in the Tennessee River. I won't see a 24-inch long skipjack. That's just not gonna happen for us. Our really big ones are 16 to 18 inches. That's about the biggest I've caught.
Yeah, we don't have any skipjack here that I'm aware of, unless.
Yeah. Oh, they are. In fact, Troy, that's how they got that nickname in my part of the state. Is they're so oily that when you hang a piece of cut bait over the side of the boat and that oil drips in the water, it makes that little rainbow, just like you drop some motor oil in the water. That's why we call them slicker, is because they make a slick in the water.
I understand a lot of them terms. I went to school in Port Arthur.
Oh, you know then. You know.
I lived in Port Arthur. Yeah. I lived down there for 10 years. you know, so yeah.
That's practically Louisiana. It's close enough.
I know it is. Yeah. Yeah.
It's plenty close
as
enough.
the locals call it, Port Arthur. If you pronounce it correctly.
Well, Troy, I think I'm gonna jump on out of here myself. I hear my wife stirring around in the kitchen over there. I need to go see what's up.
Well, I understand that. I appreciate you coming up, Jeremy. I enjoyed it.
Hey man, thank you for having me up here. Take it easy, brother. Catch
care,
me
brother.
a big one, all right?
We're trying to catch some bait today. Just a little bait fishing after work.
Nothing wrong with that. Later, guys.
See you, brother.
Yeah, I was trying to get off of work a little bit early so I could get out here a little earlier, but that didn't quite work out. But
Yeah, I got to go. I don't know if everybody heard earlier. Hello, Steve. I got to go get them kidney stones taken out at the crack of dawn tomorrow. So I made the announcement that there will be no game day on Tuesday and probably Thursday because I probably ain't going to feel like doing it. I got a new video. Let me make that announcement while I got quite a few in here. I got a new video, a gaming video that I put out. It's supposed to be more along the lines of realistic gaming. Y'all go watch it. It dropped yesterday. I'm going to have some more on the lines of that series. And I made a intro for that next game. It's probably the best work I've done, video stuff. What's the weather like up there?
well, it's not too bad. Hey, we're a little north breeze. It's cooled off a little bit today. It was only about, I think high was maybe 70 degrees maybe up here today. And yeah, that's about how I like it, but
It stormed all
but
here.
that hot weather's coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It thunderstormed all night here last night.
Well, we got it up here all day yesterday, and so I really wanted to go crappie fishing yesterday, and I didn't want to go that bad though. We had that big thunderstorm come through all day yesterday, pretty much. We would have had a couple hours in the morning when a decent weather, and the rest of the day it just rained and thundered and lightning all day.
Well, I got to tell you, all this going back and forth to the doctor and stuff, and then has really put a crimp on. I was supposed to be fishing 4 or 5 times by now. I just hadn't been able to go, and then we got a trip coming up. And the wife and I are gonna take a trip. When we get back, I told her last night. When we get back, I'm gonna get her up Saturday morning. One Saturday, we're gonna go fish.
Shoot, yeah, you need to get out there and get it.
Yeah, what time? She says. I said 4:30. She said, "How about 6?" I said, "Well, we'll settle for 6." I said, I was going to say 6, but I knew if I'd said 6, you'd said 8. I can't tell if he's got one on or not. You got one on?
I think I might. Yeah, I believe we got one here. Oh yeah, there he is. If I can keep the dog off of it. Probably no.
Oh, don't get in that lake.
I got.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm breaking all the first tonight. I got guests on and fish on, and it's been a good show. Got a cart?
Yeah, he's a little common carp. He ain't real big, but he'll make several nice pieces of bait though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For old blue cat.
He's bait material. What you catch him on?
I have I caught him on corn on the hook. Yeah. And for a pack bait, I had an oatmeal cookie, an oatmeal pie, cream pie. That was my pack bait because I ran out of pack bait. So I've got one of those little spring things, and I just smashed up an oatmeal pie and smashed it up in that spring. So.
Really?
He's not a low carb. He'd be a good couple baits.
Well, I'm fixing to tell you, if I get my hands on one of them oatmeal pies, I ain't gonna give it to no fish. I'm gonna eat it for myself.
yeah. Well, I stole those oatmeal pies out of the cabinet at the house, and I'll probably have to stop by the dollar store and buy another box to replace them so I don't get hollered at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I'm gonna run up here and throw him in my ice chest that quick, Troy.
We'll be here.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout a few people out since you coming in and out. Steve, Polar Bears, join us and chat in. I think Miss Jody in here. Lance McCoo guy, Carmel Muncie. It wasn't intentional. That's the first time I've had that many guests on at one time. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining in. We're going to stay on till 6:50, and then we're going to go to let Mr. Lyle have it. It's going to be time for me to eat my dinner and watch Mr. Lyle and Chad. For those of you that may not have heard my announcement earlier, Mark has canceled his show for tonight, Catfish and Crappie. He's feeling under the weather. Most of you probably know that already. So let's have some good thoughts for Mark and some prayers for him. Gets to feeling better and gets back on the track.
Let's see what we did here. No. You settle down. You settle it down.
Yes, that is correct, Miss Jody. Bobcat will be on tonight. I have shared that out on my community, on my Facebook group. If you're not a member of Real and Virtual Outdoors, great outdoors Facebook group, please go join. Please feel free to post your links to your upcoming YouTube events and your photos. I have a few friends that do gaming. There may be some gaming stuff on it, but most of it will be outdoors, and I can assure you it will be kept clean. That ought to be a good show tonight with Bobcat on there. It always is a good show, but that ought to be some interesting conversations on there tonight. And then Thursday night, we're going to have Panfish Nation. Hopefully Mark will be feeling good enough to do the podcast. Yeah, I tried to find you on Facebook, Chad. I was going to send you a friend request. I guess you're not on there. And then Miss Jody had her flathead challenge on Thursday. Jody, you got anybody in that already, or got a full house, or post that on the group page. I've got some of my friends longtime friends that don't fish, but they're sharing my stuff out on their stuff to people that they know that fish. And we get everybody's link out there as hot and heavy as we can. They have family and things that fish, and they're sharing the links out too. So on their personal pages. So I have a lot of friends that don't fish. A full house for the next 2 weeks. That sounds good.
You can behave. You can behave.
Well, I did the Facebook group until I could get built up one of these days to maybe get the community tab and share stuff out on it.
All right, I got another half of an oatmeal pie in that spring thing and more corn out there.
That's almost as sinful as using a Little Debbie's.
I've never tried that oatmeal pie before, but hey, it works.
Well, I got to tell you, if it was my oatmeal pie, you wouldn't be trying that one either, because the fat kid would eat that. 351, Cleveland, hello. Well, I'm glad we got to see you catch one before. Time for.
Glad I got to catch one for y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to come up tonight. I know you usually working when I do the game days on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm proud you got to come up tonight on this show because my wife, she goes to choir practice on Mondays, so I do the show on Mondays, and she's gone and she still works, and when she's gets off work in the evening time, that's kind of our time together. So I don't do much live streaming in the evening. Choir practice is about to end. They're going to have that little concert. But she did tell me to go ahead and do the fishing pond on Monday night. So we're going to continue that.
Good deal.
Yeah, so, but I like to spend my time with her in the evening time. So we kind of do the game days in the middle of the day. And it gives a chance to make a video too. You know, those lives drop as a video, and that helps the channel.
We had some kind of bird hit the water out here. He's diving for a shad or something, and then my dog went after the bird.
Do y'all have problems with them commandants up there? Them we call them water turkeys.
Yeah, the water turkeys. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of them up here.
You know, around that old fishing barge I used to fish at, them water turkeys hang around there. And, you know, people that don't think that them water turkeys eat no fish, I used to catch them crappie, and they have big gashes taken out of them. And that's what it was, them water turkeys is getting them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got that old hook bill, you know, like a beak, like an eagle or a hawk or something. You know, they're built for to be a predator. Those old water turkeys are.
I read somewhere them things will eat their weight in fish every day.
Yeah.
Now you got 50 birds that weigh 10 pounds. That's a lot of fish.
Oh yeah.
A lot of bait fish too. They probably eat.
I duck hunt or try to in the winter quite a bit, and you know we see a ton of those. We see a ton of them water turkeys. That's what we call them too, those water turkeys. We see a bunch of them up here.
Well, they're protected here. You can't do nothing to them here.
Well, that's the way it is here. You can't shoot them or anything here. You know, they're protected.
I think it's $10,000 fine here on them.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Dale Hayslip,
Yeah, you
welcome
won't
in,
start
sir.
with one of those.
No. Now, for $10,000 bounty on that joker's head, he can eat all the fish he wants. I ain't messing with that. We're gonna stay on for 5 more minutes, folks. Go ahead, Brent.
I think that I had heard at one time, and I don't know if this is true or not, that maybe back in the 40s or the 50s or something, you know, some pesticide or something that the farmers were using nearly wiped out those water turkeys, and that's why they're protected now. But they may need to reevaluate that law. I don't know, because there's plenty of them now.
Well, I know this. I used to fish on Lake Lavon when I was a kid. Dad used to carry us out fishing in the boat at night fishing, and we go fish for white bass and crappies on the railroad bridge. When that train come across that bridge, every rod in that boat would go down. They'd run them sandies out of there, and they'd get your line. But they had a locust outbreak up here, and they sprayed those things. And the day they sprayed them, that night it come a 9-inch rain and washed all them dead grasshoppers down in the lake, killed thousands of fish.
Oh, wow.
Poison. Yeah. So they learned a valuable lesson then. Check the forecast before you do grasshopper spraying. But it killed a bunch of fish. But we used to go there and fish all the time, and then it got to the point where it was dangerous because of some of the folks that was hanging around there at the boat ramp at night, and we had to quit going. In fact, I know that a guy that used to work for the police force up there, and I met him years later, and when I was working for the police force, and he told me then that when I told him that story, he told me, he said, yeah, he said about 10 years ago, they had a shooting up there. A guy had went up there a couple times to go fishing, and they beat him up and robbed him. And when he went to put his boat in again, they tried to do it again, and he shot one of them. So we stay away from there. Yeah, it ain't worth getting shot over to go fishing. So
no, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that is sure. Well, Troy, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and I'm gonna see if I figure out how to get out of here and let you close her down. And I appreciate you letting me come up, chat with y'all for a little bit.
I'm glad you did. Anytime.
All right, I appreciate you, Troy.
Listen, I want to thank y'all for coming to the fishing pond. I enjoyed having each and every one of you. And for everybody that was part of this one, I hope to see you next Monday. Again, there will be no live stream on Gaming Tuesday and maybe Thursday, depending on how I feel. I'm having a procedure done in the morning. God bless you, and I'll see you in chat. Let's all go over and say hello to Mr. Lyle and Mr. Chadwick Fields, and join them for a good show. Mr. Bobcat from Bobcat Outdoors tonight. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you for spending some time with me. God bless you.